Yankee and the Brit's the place to be. Radio living is the life for me. Airwaves spreading out so far and wide. Keep your FM, just give me that internet side.
Online is where I'd rather stay. I've got a lot of music to play. I just adore a Yankee view. Darling, I love you, but give me a show to do.
The Chat.
The Brats.
On air.
That's fair.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, British life.
The Yankee and the Brit on air.
Good evening.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, is this Mr. Tyler Blake?
Yes, this is.
What's going on in Music City? Anything exciting down there?
Man, there's always something exciting going on in Music City. This weekend is the Wine and Food, or Food and Wine Nashville thing that King Leon hosts. That's going on. It started today. It'll go on till Saturday night. So that's a really cool thing. But yeah, that's what's going on in Nashville this weekend. Nothing else that I can really think of.
So tell us how it all got started. Your music.
What, music?
Yeah.
Yeah. I started out in high school. I was like 16 years old whenever I decided I was going to play guitar and try to sing. I had a friend post something on like Facebook wall or MySpace wall, whatever it was at the time, about looking for like a pianist or something like that. And I brought my little keyboard over there and I tried out for that. And the singer really sucked. And I told him, I was like, this is not gonna work with the singer. Let me sing you something, see if you like it. I sang him a Beatles song, and they really liked it. And we kicked off from there, and we're playing like Christian rock for like 2 years. And then something happened with the guitarist or something like that, and we ended up splitting. So I picked up an acoustic guitar and started doing like solo shows and writing a lot more. And from there, it just kept going. You know, it didn't stop. So
Wow.
yeah.
So you now sing up on stage and things at concerts and bars and things?
Yeah, I'm moving up little by little. You know, I've been playing for 8 years. You know, they say that it takes 1,000 hours to be good at anything, and I'm about to be at 1,000 hours. So I put a little bit of time in, not enough, you know, to be famous or anything like that, but enough to where people have heard my songs, and you know, every once in a while I'll run into somebody that recognizes me, you know, from home, you know.
Yeah, someday. I think someday you will be like as famous as the Yankee and the Brit from the Yankee and the Brit radio show.
Yeah, there you go. Y'all make me famous, please. That'd be great.
So you classify yourself as an independent artist?
Yes, yeah, I'm fully independent. I do all my own stuff. I have a booker down in Nashville. Her name's Kelly. She's pretty awesome. She's really helping me. I've been here for 3 weeks, and she's already got me set up with tons of gigs and little stuff like this. You know, just she's awesome. She's really helped out a lot. But I found a studio actually today that I'm looking at called Veteran Records. I think I'm gonna go to that studio and then record a 4-track EP and really put some money into it and some time and make some videos and really invest into it and see if I can't get it on the radio, you know, this year or by next year. It'd be probably 2019 before I get really big on the radio if it goes well, you know, with the timeline right now.
Do you do basically just acoustic right at the moment?
Well, at the moment right now where I'm gigging at, yeah, I'm doing just full acoustic. But I do have a drummer. His name's Aaron Haygood. He's a really tight cat. And I'm trying to get him to move out here, but I got to have more stuff going on. I need to be playing in arenas and stuff like that in order to move him out here. So, you know, it's just
Where are you
the
from?
process up in here.
Where
I'm
are you?
from Texas. I'm from Lufkin, Texas. He's from Texas as well. So, yeah.
Oh, you don't even have a Texas accent.
Yeah, really?
Not really.
Yeah, I'm from Texas. I'm from Lufkin. That's my hometown.
I'll be damned. It ain't that far away.
Yeah. I noticed that you had a 903 number, so.
Yeah, I'm more Texan than you are.
I don't know about
That's
that.
awesome.
Where'd you grow up in Texas? Same place, same area?
Yeah, Lufkin, Texas. Yeah, I grew up there. I was born in Dallas. I've got family in Pittsburgh, like where most of my family, my outside family's from. My mom came from there, and she moved to Lufkin in '99, and I was only like 6 or 7 at that time, so I pretty much just stayed in Lufkin after that.
So your daddy married a Yankee?
No, Pittsburgh, Texas.
Oh,
So northeast Texas. Yeah.
I was thinking Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know. I don't even think about that. I should clarify. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm from Ohio. That's why I wondered. I thought, oh boy, a neighbor.
Ohio.
Yeah.
I've come across a lot of Ohio or however you say they're what is it? Is it Ohioans or is it?
No,
what's the native?
It's pronounced. It's pronounced rude and obnoxious.
Or aliens. Aliens, that's the word. Aliens.
That's why I came to Texas. I got away from the rude
There
and
you go.
obnoxious and the poor and downtrodden.
Randy says he got away from the rude and obnoxious. Don't you mean you brought it here?
Well, I brought some with me, yeah.
Oh my.
At least they're not from Massachusetts, so that's even worse.
And what's wrong with being from Boston?
I got a best friend that lives out there, and he's my best friend, but he's the biggest jerk in the world too. But I love him to death. But you know how them Yankees are.
Yeah, oh boy, do I.
Oh, I'm married.
And I'm not one of those ones that came to Texas as fast as I could. I came to Texas because I fell in love with it about 40 years ago.
There you go.
Yeah, it was a great place.
That's a good reason to go.
When I started driving truck, the first place I went was Del Rio, and it's like, Texas is where I want to be, and it took about 40 years to get here, but by God, I'm here, and I love it. I don't care how damn hot it gets.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty hot out there for sure. But yeah, Texas is a great place. I mean, I love Texas. I love being from Texas, just being able to say that. Where are you from? I'm from Texas. It like automatically gives you a charm, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I love Texas. I got a lot of friends there, and I do miss it. But Nashville is Texas or Tennessee's Texas's brother, So
I don't know.
It'll be all right.
I lived outside of Nashville for a little while. It's all right.
Yeah, I like it. It's been good to me so far. I've made a lot of good connections, and I'm moving a lot of places right now, and I've only been here 3 weeks. I'm doing really well, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, wait till you get deeply involved. You'll love it. It really is a good time around there. I'll say that.
I hope so. That's what I'm going for. I'm gonna try to make it in this town, and that's a tough thing to do because that's what everybody else is here for. But you just keep going at it with the dream. That's what it's all about. So you die.
So have you left behind a musical background, like a musical family?
No, I don't come from a musical family. I come from like artistic people like that painting. Like my grandma was a painter, my mom paints, my sister paints, like the painters. So I guess that's kind of artsy, but I don't come from a musical family. No.
There's a lot of artistic people in my family.
Yeah.
They're more autistic than
It's good to have. I've always had, because of my grandma and stuff like that, her painting all the time, and would bring us all the kids in and have us all paint with her. I guess that could have set off some stuff in the head, to set me down this path. Who knows?
So when you get into the studio now, this is going to include a band and backup singers and the whole bit when it's all done. Then
I'm thinking just a drummer and a bassist, and what I can pull off of backup folks. Yeah, if my drummer will man up and do it. He doesn't have the best voice of all, but he still can do it. It's just backup folks, so we'll have to see. But yeah, it's gonna be. I'm thinking just a drummer and a bassist. Just keep it kind of tight. That's just how my music is. It's pretty tight already. So
now, is that your choice to have that, or is that what the studio? I mean, how does that work? Because I know a lot of studios will provide you with everything you need. Yeah,
you can get a studio band to come in, but that's extra money, man. I'm definitely not made of that, and everything costs money. Nothing's free in this world.
Right.
The more people I add to it, if I'm bringing these people out here, to Nashville instead of paying $200 an hour for a studio band or something like that, whatever it's going to be. But I'd rather fly them out here, have them be the credits on my album, you know, and go tour if we hit it off well, you know. That's I got to get it on the radio and get it produced out there and see who's going to catch it and want to give us money.
Well, they say if you want to play, you got to pay.
Yeah, that is true, but there's some things that, like recording the album, that's going to be huge for getting on the radio and then getting people noticing you, who you are, and then having people want you in their venues.
Right. Well, you know, you can always send it to us for starters. We'll be more than glad to play it.
Yeah.
It's a step forward.
Well, you said that you started, you know, around age 16. What did you want to be when you grew up before that? You know, did you have any hopes and dreams when you were a kid, you know, to be something else?
When I was a kid, I was really interested in law enforcement. That's what I wanted to do. I grew up always wanting to be a cop, but things change and, you know, you make mistakes like drinking and driving, and that goes out the window a little bit, you know. So I was good at those two things, and music has kind of just worked out for me, you know. Yeah, I grew up wanting to be a cop as long.
So did you have any like musical influences that pointed you in a particular direction in what you want to do with your music? Definitely.
Yeah, I went to a concert in 2012, and that was right around this time, kind of a couple of years into my music. But I went to a concert and saw the Black Keys and Kings of Leon, and when I saw their stage performance and what they did, both bands, I was heavily into the Black Keys and heavily into Kings of Leon. Like they shaped a lot of my sound. You know, those were the top dogs of alternative rock. You know, that scene, and they killed it. You know, and after I saw that, it's like, I want to be that when I grow up, you know, that loud sound playing in an arena, you know, and that bass just thumping in the background.
How loud did you scream it?
How loud was I screaming? Oh, I was screaming at the top of my lungs, man. It was crazy. It was the craziest show ever. Like, people next to me are all, like, making out and stuff like that. The other, down the way a little bit, I smelled weed coming up the rows, and I was, like, you know, 17, 18. I'd never experienced anything like that in my life, and it drove me mad that night. I took off my shirt and twirled it and threw it out in the crowd. Yeah, let's get it started. It was crazy.
I bet you were the one that threw your underpants at Kings of Leon, wasn't you?
I don't know, man. I'd never heard of them before that. I heard "Use Somebody" and "Sex is on Fire," and I was like, man, this is a great song, but they didn't grab me. But whenever I saw them live playing, like, and I heard it and I felt it in my chest, it was totally done for after that, you know. It's a religious experience.
What genre or what style of music are you aiming for? Are you aiming to be rock or country, or where are you headed?
Like more of an alternative rock kind of thing, like meets like folky household names, you know. Like, I don't know. I want something that's going to push well and be funky and cool and rock and roll, but at the same time I have some slower stuff that's more sweet and for like studying, you know, music, you know. So it's a combination of the both, you know. So it's like alternative rock meets folk.
So what was your earliest musical memory from when you were young and had little legs?
I think it was the Spice Girls. I think
Spice Girls.
The Spice Girls were really, really big whenever I was like 6 or 7. And, you know, I grew up with women, so my dad wasn't around. So that's all that they would play was Spice Girls. And I just remember singing, what's that one song?
If you want to be my lover.
I'm not gonna sing it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, if you want to be my lover. Yeah, that's it.
God knows we've all heard
the
that.
Spice Girls were like the very first band I ever heard of.
You know,
horrible.
I remember waking up one Saturday morning, and they always had music on the TV. There was always like some kind of, you know, TV, not charts, but music-related stuff on a Saturday morning. And all of a sudden, there was this the Spice Girls, and they burst out of these taxis. I think that's what they did. They burst out of these taxis, and they're in these streets, and they're singing, and they're jumping, and they're shouting, and I'm like thinking, what the bloody hell is this? What crap is this?
Yeah.
And then they're like, next thing you know, they're in the charts. Everybody's buying them. Every girl's going girl power crazy, and oh my gosh, yeah, it was just mental in the UK when they came out.
They got huge, and they took over. I mean, they went international all the way to America. You know, that's a big haul, you know, because usually it's the UK that has the curve on music on, I think. The United Kingdom has done really well with finding good musicians and paying them what they deserve.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, they do. They yeah, for real. It's totally different than America. You struggle here if you're really good. Over there, they just eat it up. They eat it up.
I got one of the ones they threw out.
Shut up. Be quiet. And don't you start on the phone. Zip it before you even say it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, if you've been brought up around women, you'll know just to zip it right now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know my place. That's awesome. You guys are great.
So, what do you do to relax when you're not singing at the top of your lungs?
Yeah, I was going to ask, do you have a day job?
Yeah, I'm actually at work right now. Believe it or not, I work. I'm a door guy for a club here in Nashville. I got it like the second day I was here. I got that as a gig. So right now, that's my gig on Friday and Saturday nights. So I'm only gigging throughout the week and not Friday and Saturday nights. But as soon as it kicks off, you know.
So you decide
that gig will sing.
You decide which hot chicks get in and which ones don't?
Pretty much. Yep, that's my job.
Talk about Mr. Power.
No, I know, right? It's just checking IDs and stuff like that. And then if somebody fights, kick them out, you know.
Have you ever chucked anyone out for having two heads? You know, like a really big zit.
No, I haven't. I have not done that yet.
Oh, you're a very kind man.
What kind of club is it? Is it a real high-class place, or is it just a moderate kind of?
No, this place is where the Vanderbilt kids, college kids, come down in Midtown off the division. Or, you know, there's also music agents, music attorneys, musicians come down here as well that are pretty popular. You know, it's kind of the crowd right there. College kids, musicians, or in the musical field somewhere, and that's about it. And then you have a couple of hood rats that come in every once in a while, being obnoxious. A lot of motorcycle clubs here. Those are the best guys to have in your club. So, I drive a motorcycle every day, so
nothing wrong with that.
I can say that. I can say that.
Now then, your correct answer of what you drive should be, according to my husband, of course, is that you're supposed to drive a Ford pickup truck, an old one.
I did have a Ford pickup truck, and it exploded on me, so I don't have that Ford anymore. And it was like 2 months ago. So I've been straight bike riding for 2 months now, just saving up for a vehicle, you know.
Winter's coming.
Yes, it is coming. I'll get one before then, before winter. That'd not be fun. Or I could just put knobby tires and say screw it.
There you go. That'll work.
Yep, bugger it.
Yeah.
So have you heard of Mumford and Sons?
Yes, I have heard of Mumford and Sons, and I really like them. They did really well. They did really well. I really like their style.
I guess the reason I ask is because when I listened to your voice today, it kind of just made me think of them, and I might have even thought of the wrong band for all I know, because that's what I'm like. But I think I'm thinking of Mumford and Sons.
Yes, I've been told that I sound kind of Mumfordy. So yeah.
So I did get the right one.
I'd have to agree with you. They were a big influence on music as well. You know, they were definitely on my playlist, along with Nirvana, Kings of Leon, Black Keys. I like Phil Collins too. I think he's cool. Who else? Foo Fighters, a little bit of Green Day, Blink-182.
How old are you?
Yeah.
May we ask?
I'm 24.
Oh, hell, no wonder you like all that stuff. You're just a young buck. You're just getting started.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a baby. I started whenever I was, 16. I'm only 24 now, too.
What kind of music makes you want to dance around like a nutcase?
Dance around like a nutcase. Let's see. Maybe some EDM, electronic dance music, Skrillex, get really into it. I don't know if it depends on the dancing. I like country music as well. I like doing a little two-step every once in a while.
Now, do you like the old traditional disco?
Yeah, that stuff's super funky. I can definitely dance to that. I'll probably get my toe tapping before anything, though.
And what about the old country? I mean, your parents obviously aren't all that old then, right?
No, they're in their 40s.
Yeah, so what did they
I
grow
like
up
Willie
with?
Nelson, Merle Haggard, little Hank. I like the old country. I don't know what my mom and I guess my stepdad, big musical influence. He kind of was the first guy to hand me all the Beatles albums and say, "Listen to this." But he's definitely like a classic rock guy. Like he knows everything about everything. What albums were put out, what year, with any band that was, 70s, 60s, and 80s, including Nirvana in the 90s.
So you got a little influence from everywhere then.
Yeah, a little Frank Zappa.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's cool as shit. I really like Frank Zappa. He's one of those guys that did it right. He had that very unique style, and it was
I'll say.
Freaky cool.
Yeah, I was turned on to him a
Freaky cool.
long time ago. Him, Pink Floyd, Rick Wakeman. There's a whole list of them from way back
Yes.
when that
Yes.
did a lot of that over-the-top stuff. I guess they called it over-the-top.
Everything's over the top in this place. Oh
Space
my
rock.
gosh. So do you have any heroes?
Heroes. My mom's my number one hero, for sure. I love my mother. She's always been there for me.
Got a girlfriend?
Yes, I do have a girlfriend, and she's adorable.
She's not
I
as
love her.
adorable as me,
Thanks.
though, is she? Come on, let's get serious here. Let's get...
I don't know, that English accent, it's pretty awesome, I'm going to tell you. That'd be fun to wake up to every morning. Hello, would you like some tea? Yes, please. That's great.
I made Donna read the phone book when I met her.
Did you really? That's
Just-
awesome.
He did, and he made me read it like twice.
Just
Yeah,
say it like
not
5
funny.
more times, please. That's awesome.
Funny. So, what are your hopes and dreams for the future? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. After my first leg of tours that I did for 2 or 3 years straight to make a lot of money and buying stuff with the money that I made off of making music and selling my music and helping other artists get to the point that where they need to be, making good money. We don't make good enough money out here. It's a $1 billion industry, and we make a tenth of it, if that.
So,
Yeah.
is
Try to see myself.
your music available to purchase now?
It's all my stuff's free. I do have a SoundCloud link where people can just download it. Whenever the EP comes out, though, it'll be on Spotify. I'm going to get all the distribution right on it, where you can buy it on iTunes and stuff like that. So look out for it. 2019, early in the year.
Have you done any Facebook Live videos?
Yeah, I do, but I don't like to look like a narcissist. So I usually take them down within the week.
Right.
You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't want to be one of those guys that just posts a whole bunch of crap on people's walls and stuff like that and make me look vain. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to have that look. But, yeah, I come out with Facebook. If I'm doing a show, I'll usually have the live video up for maybe a day or two. Check out little snippets from the show. People need to tune into my Facebook. It's Tyler Blake. And find me that way. And get me on Instagram. It's Tyler Blake Music. So,
Do you plan on staying an independent, or would you prefer to sign a contract and head for the famous zone?
I wouldn't mind if it's a capitalist loan. If I can get investment other than signing a bad deal, that would be preferable. I just got to find people that believe in the stuff and want to invest in my music, But whatever it takes, if I come across a good contract that's not going to take 70% of all my earnings, then we'll talk about it.
Now, these songs that we have, Lucifer, Riverside, Bones, did you write these?
Yes, those are all. That's all my stuff. 100% of it.
Very good.
Tell us about Bones.
Bones. That was one of my very first songs. My very first song was Mountainside, and I think my second song was Bones. And I don't know. It's just about kind of finding myself as a young man, and also finding love and having to confide in a woman most times to just get my head through. You know what I mean? I'm a loving guy, and I need that passion and that love. And when I wrote this song, I was talking about a woman that I could feel in my heart and soul that I know is out there. And I'm going through stuff right now, but I'll find you eventually. Is basically what the song means.
Now, what about Lucifer? I didn't hear the whole song. I haven't heard all of them completely, but Lucifer just got a kind of deeper something to it.
Yeah, it's a little bit darker, and that one's going to be that's a crappy demo, but that's going to be on the EP with the full band. Lucifer is about how basically the world's gone to crap, and in Revelations, Satan takes over the world basically, and this is his domain. So it's about the rapture coming now. It's happening now. It's starting. Lucifer is taking the world. It's a Christian-sided song, but it's very blunt and direct with my word usage. You know,
right.
A lot of people get scared when they hear that song. They're like, "Are you like worshiping the devil in that song?" It's like, no, it's actually quite the opposite. Listen to the lyrics.
Well, you know how everybody takes things out of context.
Yeah, and they don't want to pay attention and say things.
No, and they don't want to think about it either. You know, they just automatically make an assumption and call it a day instead of really listening and just, trying to decipher what you're actually saying.
Yeah, exactly.
People drive
that
me
song
nuts.
That's my devil song, and it's basically saying taking over the world and to save our souls. So
it was up to me. I'd never go back out in public.
Yeah, people suck out here, man.
You ain't kidding.
Everyday thing.
What about Riverside? While we're on the subject, what's the story behind that?
Riverside. It's about getting messed up with your friends, on the riverside, drinking beer and smoking stuff.
You can
hanging out.
You can say weed, dope, whatever you want.
Blunt. Smoking weed. It's out of a bong. Yeah, you bring the beer, I've got the bong, we'll all get into a circle and we'll sing that song. La 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 la, la 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 la. Yeah.
I remember those days.
Yeah, man, they're still happening for me. Oh, they're great. I'm still having fun out here with my friends,
I was a 70s grown up, a 70s teen, adult, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I don't have any regrets about any of that.
Yeah, no, I mean, you got to go through stuff. Have fun while you can,
Well, it didn't, it didn't make me a retard. It didn't fry my brain.
No.
It didn't make me stupid.
It didn't fry your brain. That's a matter of opinion.
Shut up. Stay out of this conversation. I'm talking to the man right now. Oh, we had good times. We all had jobs. We all worked faithfully. We went to work every day, but we'd still get high as kites at the end of the day. We're all responsible, grown-up young adults, and and it's like, I don't know who's turned that whole world upside down, but I'll tell you what, I prefer, and I haven't had a good hit of anything for years, but I still can't imagine who thought alcohol was better than weed. I just can't quite figure that out.
Yeah, I know, right? I'd much rather deal with somebody that's high as shit than drunk.
Drunk and obnoxious.
What are they going to... Yeah, you get soft.
I know, it's ridiculous.
You just got to stay away from the heroin, man. That's the trick. Heroin's the killer.
You got to be smart enough to draw the line, and if you got some decent parents behind you and you listen to them, I mean, you can make the right choices.
That's the one thing my stepdad told me. He's like, you look at Tom Petty, look at this guy, look at everybody that's been good at music. They fall in love with heroin for some reason because they can't. When they get off the stage, they can't get that high down. They need to go to sleep, wake up, do a bump of cocaine, and do it again. Everything with. You got control over it, go out and do your thing, but make sure you have a tight grip on that rope, because it's easy to fall into the darkness of that, but as long as you keep your wits about you, you're good, and I've had my fair share of goodies, just like everybody else has, but I've always known when to say no, so I'm not one of those guys that go to rehab or anything like that. I don't have a problem. So.
Exactly.
But I am one of those guys that likes to have fun every once in a while.
Amen, brother. Amen.
It is.
Let me
For
run
sure.
through these questions I have here for you real quick, and then we'll let you go.
Alrighty, sounds good.
What's your favorite word?
My favorite word. Oh. Let's see. It's probably a cuss word. I say thank you a lot to people. I think thank you is my favorite phrase because I'm constantly thanking people. Or danke or thank you.
Dankeschön.
That's what I say the most.
Jawohl.
Dankeschön.
Das ist
Yeah.
gut. What is your
Yeah,
least favorite word?
My least favorite word is that's a hard one. My least favorite word. Probably when somebody calls me an asshole, I guess. Asshole.
That would do it.
When somebody calls me an asshole, that's like my least favorite thing for somebody to say to me. So I guess
can't imagine
asshole
why.
is my least favorite.
Why is
Yeah,
that?
hey, everybody's got their thing. You know, some people don't like me. That's just how it is.
What turns you on?
What turns me on? Like sexually or like just normally in life?
Here, let me put it this way. These are all open-ended questions, so you're free to answer them with whatever
And
comes
believe
to
me,
your mind.
we've had all sorts of answers, you know. We've had nice horses, we've had a good song, we've had a nice sunny day, we've had good music, we've had steel guitar. We've had all sorts.
So yes, they're all open-ended. You can answer it any way you want to, but so basically the way these questions are worded is it just gives you the option to either think or just say something.
Yeah.
So what turns you on?
Think while it's still legal.
You're right. Well, it's still legal. What turns me on? Good music and a good beer, a good Shire Bock, and a beautiful girlfriend sitting next to me is great. That's what turns me on.
What turns
good
you off?
Good music, good beer, and my girlfriend. What turned me off? People that are obnoxiously loud and that like to yell for no reason. Like if they get too drunk or something like that, they can't handle themselves. They're just dopey. I don't like that.
Agreed.
Incompetent. Bad drivers turn me off really bad. Oh, my God. Bad drivers are the worst.
You have no idea how much I hate them. What sound do you love?
Sound.
It could be anything from your girlfriend moaning to the crickets chirping.
Yeah.
Or to a British accent.
Yeah.
Don't push it.
I guess the way whenever I have fun with my girlfriend, I like to hear her breathe in my ear. So I think that's my favorite sound in the world is hearing her breathe in
Beautiful.
my ear.
What sound do you hate?
Sound do I hate? Honking horns, I guess, from other people, honking at other people.
Just
Scares
like
me.
those New Yorkers.
Yeah. Or people that drive those trucks that are just too loud for their own good. It's like, yeah, you have a huge penis, sir.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be Bubba.
Yes. I love just pointing and laughing at those people.
Are you trying to compensate for something there, Bubba?
Yeah, I know, man. Like, just chill out. You don't have to, lift it that big,
What's your
People
favorite
are crazy.
drink?
Jameson. I'm a big fan of Jameson. I love Jameson.
Now, see, that's open-ended, too, because it could have been water as far as that goes. What profession,
Nope.
other than
Jameson.
yours, would you... You got taste, anyways. What profession, other than yours, would you like to attempt?
I would like to be a politician. I think that would be cool.
Are you serious?
Are you off your
Yeah.
rocker?
He's off his bloody
No, like,
rocker.
He's
that's
off his
exactly
bloody
what's
rocker.
wrong with the world. Like, I need to go help and go take the words of the people and make it happen. I'd love to be a politician. I think that would be a lot of fun. I'd take that responsibility seriously.
Now, you know
Yeah,
all
I'd
they'll
love to
do
be
is
people
turn
that
you
care
into one
about
of them.
No, they won't. See, that's the difference. I'm from a different generation. We're pretty headstrong, and we have a sense of entitlement already. So.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. You got me on that one.
And he's entitled to be the president.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hey, yeah.
What profession would you not like to do?
I would not like to do a couple things I wouldn't like to do. I don't ever want to be like a taxi driver or Uber car driver. I think that would just ruin it for me, having people just puke up in my car at night, every night, and be jerks. I've seen a lot of videos online of how people treat Uber drivers, and that just, it would tick me off not be able to do anything or respond the way I would want to.
All right, Mr. Politician. Mr. Politician, get over there and fix it.
Right?
That's something that turns me off, people that are drunk, you know, women especially, but men, women, when they're drunk, I just can't stand it. You know,
I deal with it a lot. You have no idea, and it's no fun. It really kind of ruins the whole atmosphere for you, like drinking, because you look at the outside looking in now, and you're like, damn, do I act like that when I get drunk? You know, like, it's horrible.
Right. That's why I don't drink anymore. You know, only here at home, because I can't stand to be out amongst those people.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. And I know you'll have a good answer for this. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you get to those great pearly gates?
Heaven does exist, and whenever I do meet God, I just want him, if he was to say anything to me that would be awesome, it'd just be that, tell me I did a good job here, you know, and that I lived as best as I could, you know, and I did well.
Beautiful.
That's what I'd like to hear from him.
Beautiful. That's it from my end. What about you, Brit? Anything to add?
What else could I ask you? If you was to write a song about the Yanki and the Brit show, what would you call it?
Yanki and the Brit show? What would I mean, it would have to be Yanki and the Brit. It would be a self-titled track. It would be.
See?
You didn't put much thought into that one, did you? I was expecting to.
Hey, not much needed. Y'all are trademarked. You got the stamp. I can't, you know, if I'm writing a song about it, it's going to be called Yanki and the Brit.
One is a genius, the other's a twit.
Well, I wish we had more time to spend, and I'd just love to hear more of your views from your age. You know, it would be, I think, refreshing to hear more from you about what you think about the world at hand. But we got to get out of here, and I know you're working, so we'll let you go and get back to that. Good luck with all those people. Yeah, it's fine. I appreciate the awesome interview, and it was great talking to you guys. Y'all are wonderful. That's all right. And Donna will have this interview posted online here probably tomorrow or the next day, and you'll be able to pass it around, post it on your page, share it with some people, and see what they think. Yeah, for sure. I think they'll like it, so we'll see. Cool. But I can't wait. It was a good show. I appreciate y'all having me on.
All right. Good night, Mr. President.
Good night. I'll see y'all later. Y'all be good, all right?
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
The Yankee and the Brit, yes, Yankee and the Brit. One is a genius, the other's a twit. On the radio, the beans have been spliced. The Yankee and the Brit, 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 Brit. Before each show is done, the killing will have begun. By the end of the show, the heads will explode. The Yankee and the Brit, yes, Yankee and the Brit. Their ranting campaign can never be explained. To prove their radio worth, they'll take over the earth. The Yankee and the Brit, 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 Brit. Oh!